Okay, so we've got these really powerful reflections from Daniel about his daughter's illness. What struck you, and I think a lot of people listening, is how someone finds, well, meaning through something so incredibly hard.
Right.
So today we're doing a deep dive into his journey, trying to pull out some of those key insights, maybe find a new perspective for handling our own struggles.
Yeah, and Daniel's story, it really taps into something fundamental, doesn't it? That shock, that immediate need to ask why when things go wrong.
Totally.
We want a reason, maybe even someone or something to blame, but like Daniel found out, that road, it often just leads to more pain.
Yeah, that feeling of being punished like you somehow caused it. That's so relatable. Daniel definitely felt that, asking why her, why us. How did he actually start to shift away from that? Was there a moment, or was it more gradual? This idea that life's pain isn't a punishment.
Well, it seems it was more of a gradual dawning, this realization that the world, it has this element of unpredictability, maybe even randomness sometimes. Bad things happen. Not always because we did something wrong. It's like Tony Robbins talks about this idea, life is happening for you, not to you.
Right, I've heard that.
And it's about choice in that moment. Do you let it define you, keep you stuck? Or do you find a way to, well, grow from it? Daniel used this analogy of a beautiful garden getting hit by a random storm.
Okay.
The storm doesn't pick the bad plants, it just happens. And he realized blaming himself or God or fate, it wasn't helping him heal, it was actually blocking it.
So acceptance then, accepting the storm.
Kind of, accepting the reality of the situation maybe. Letting go of the blame part, that's what seemed to create the space for, well, maybe peace isn't the right word yet, but space for something other than just agony.
And did that acceptance change how he viewed, say, faith? Because that's often a huge point of struggle.
Oh, absolutely. He talks about feeling betrayed initially. Like, how could a loving God let this happen? A totally understandable feeling.
Yeah.
But then there was a shift. He started to see God, or that higher power, maybe not as the sender of the suffering,
But as a source of strength within it.
Exactly.
Right.
Like a parent with a child who falls and scrapes their knee. The parent didn't push them, right?
Right.
But they're right there, offering comfort, support, helping them get back up. Daniel's prayers actually changed.
How so?
Instead of asking, make this go away, which, felt beyond his control, he started praying for the strength to handle it, for endurance, for resilience.
That reminds me of something Joe Dispenza says. Something like, you can't wait for healing to feel whole. You have to feel whole for healing to begin. Did Daniel experience that kind of internal shift first?
I think that captures it really well. It's about cultivating that inner state, isn't it? Not waiting for the storm to pass before you decide to be strong or find peace. It's deciding to find wholeness amidst the storm.
Which seems connected to moving from why me to what now?
Precisely. That why me question, it's like getting stuck in quicksand. It just pulls you deeper into the past pain.
It really does. It feels unproductive after a certain point.
Totally. What now, though? That's forward-looking. It's about action, about love, about what you can still do. For Daniel, it meant focusing on cherishing the good days they had.
Making memories.
Making memories, exactly. Creating moments of joy, even when things were incredibly tough. It's like, if your car breaks down, you can stand there asking, why my car? Why now? Forever.
Or you can figure out how to get moving again.
Right. Call a tow truck, find a bus route, start walking, focus on the solution, the next step.
And sometimes those moments are so simple, but profound. Like when his daughter just said, thank you for being here, Daddy.
Oh yeah, that hit hard. It just underlines how powerful simple presence and connection are, especially when someone's suffering. The why kind of fades into the background in those moments.
He really does. Which leads nicely into another big lesson, doesn't it? That faith isn't about preventing pain.
It's about finding meaning in it, yes. Yeah. His faith became less like a shield he hoped would deflect hardship.
And more like a compass.
Or a torch, maybe? That was the image he used, like walking through a dark forest. The torch doesn't make the forest disappear.
No.
But it gives you enough light for the next step. You can keep moving, find your way through.
So his prayers shifted again, from asking for strength to
asking for meaning, for courage, for peace within the situation, not necessarily rescue from it. Finding purpose right there, like when he was painting with his daughter.
Yeah, the story was lovely. Just being fully present, finding joy in that simple act together.
That was the meaning in that moment. And that leads to how we support others, right? His insight that the best response is compassion, not explanation.
Oh, this is a big one. Because our instinct is often to try and fix it for people, or at least explain it away.
It absolutely is. We mean well, saying things like everything happens for a reason comes from a desire to comfort.
But it can land really badly.
It really can. It can feel like you're dismissing their pain, you know? What Daniel found he needed, and what most people probably need, is just presence, love, someone willing to sit in the darkness with them.
Without trying to turn on all the lights and pretend it's not dark.
Exactly. That friend who just came over sat in silence and held his hand. That spoke volumes more than any explanation could have.
It's like that analogy: someone falls in a pit, they don't need theories on gravity, need someone to just be there with them, maybe offer a hand.
Perfect analogy. Sometimes just saying, I'm here with you, this is incredibly hard and I'm here, is the most powerful thing. It reminds me of that Denzel Washington quote.
Which one?
Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. It sounds counterintuitive, but maybe those hard times are what truly forge connection and strength.
That's something to chew on. Now, Daniel also talked about anger. Understandable anger, really.
Oh, completely. Anger at life, at the unfairness of it all, maybe even at God again.
And his realization was, you don't have to forgive life for being unfair.
Right, it's not about saying, oh, it's okay that this happened. It's about letting go of the anger's grip on you.
Okay. For your own sake.
Exactly. Holding on to that fierce anger, it's like holding a burning coal, right? It hurts you the most. Releasing it gradually was about finding his own peace.
Like unloading heavy cargo from a ship so it doesn't sink.
That's a great way to put it. Letting go of the blame, the resentment, just to stay afloat and keep moving.
Which must involve accepting that maybe you won't get all the answers. That seventh lesson. You can live with the questions.
Yeah, that's a tough one for a lot of us. We feel like we need the why to heal. Daniel thought that too, initially.
But he found out.
You don't.
He found out that some whys might just hang there unanswered. And that surprisingly, you can still live a rich, meaningful life anyway.
Like life being a puzzle with some missing pieces, but the picture is still beautiful.
Exactly that. Accepting the uncertainty, finding the beauty in what is there, rather than fixating on the gaps.
And seeing his daughter later choose to volunteer, turning her own pain into purpose. That feels bigger than finding a neat answer to why us, doesn't it? It really does. It's living the meaning, not just understanding it intellectually. And that underscores the next point. Healing isn't a final destination.
It's a journey, ongoing.
Always ongoing. With good days, bad days, steps forward, maybe some steps back. It's not like you cross a finish line and you're healed.
More like climbing that mountain, maybe.
Yeah.
You make progress, you rest, you might slip back a bit, but you keep going.
That's it. And Daniel found value in small, consistent steps. Things like practicing gratitude, even for tiny things. Walks in nature, staying connected, helping others.
Little habits that add up.
They really do. It connects to that Brian Tracy idea, having an attitude of gratitude, knowing each step forward, no matter how small, is progress towards something bigger.
And through all this, the underlying message, the final big lesson, is just how resilient we are. That you are stronger than you think.
Absolutely. Daniel discovered depths of strength he never knew he possessed because of the hardship, not in spite of it.
And strength doesn't always mean being loud or aggressive, right?
Not at all. Often it's that quiet perseverance, that digging deep. Like a tree in a storm, the wind reveals how strong the roots really are.
So for anyone listening, maybe going through their own storm right now.
The message from Daniel's journey is clear. You're not alone in this. You're not broken. You haven't been forgotten.
Those scars, those tears, they're part of your story, a testament to what you've endured.
And proof of your strength. You know, you might feel like you're just standing in the pouring rain.
Yeah.
But you are still standing. And that simple fact, that's powerful. That's beautiful. That's unbreakable, really.
Wow. So boiling it down, it's about seeing pain not as punishment, finding strength and connection, asking what now? Choosing compassion, letting go of anger, living with the questions.
Embracing healing as that ongoing journey, and ultimately recognizing that incredible inner resilience we all have.
It really makes you pause and think, doesn't it? Which of those lessons hits home the most for you right now? How could seeing things through that lens maybe shift something? Feels like there's always another layer to uncover in navigating life's challenges.